Hello and welcome. This is Detective Lazaria. In today's session, we're going to learn about those victims from the Aberfan disaster, which occurred October 21st, 1966. Basically, an avalanche of black sludge engulfed a junior school, as well as nearby homes, killing 144 people, which included 116 children. So if you are one of those victims, or maybe there's more than one of you that wants to step forward, or is it float forward, and join me in this session to tell me your story, who you are. I have a page called Find a Grave with the memorials of those victims. Wow, that was strong on the EMF meter. So it would be helpful if you can tell me your name, or maybe some type of clue of who you are, so I can find you and share your story. Okay? If you understand, can you use that black device with the green light and make it go to yellow or orange? So I can turn on the app called Spirit Talker so you can communicate. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So here's a little snippet of what happened. And at this specific cemetery, there's a memorial with about 148 with that year, and at least 144 are probably those victims. So we'll see if we get any of those to come through. And are you on my left side? Did you walk by my left side? I just felt you. Breezing by? Yes? Wow.
Lie.
Lie? Well, hello. Well, it just said lie. I don't know if you mean like you're lying down? Like that's how you passed away? You were unfortunately in a position where you were lying down? I don't know. Well, what are the odds of it lighting up when it said, or when I felt the breeze through me, not through me, on the left side of my arm, I felt something colder than a normal temperature. And I'm like, and then Keppel. Okay, fine. Did you just rat me out? And I did a session, a failed attempt kind of, but not really. Basically, I got a lot of interruptions outside as well as myself. And I was like, ugh. Okay, so here, to those that did kind of come through and they want
Patience.
Exactly, patience as well. And they want to be heard because, again, I did have a session. I did have activity with a REM pod at least. So there's a boy. It said, I'm only 7. There was one that listed a 7-year-old. And his name is Thomas Tommy. And let me go find him real quick. Oh.
Take a seat.
Sure. I mean, if you can squeeze through all that the chairs with the stuffies. So again, Tommy Probert is this one right here, who sadly passed away that day, October 21st, 1966, while at school. It's sad. They're just trying to learn. They're at school, absorbing the knowledge, and then poof, black sludge took them. So again, 116 children. So that was one of them. Okay, and that was the REM pod action that I got during that session.
Guild.
Then it said Winifred. However, there was no first name Winifred, but there was a middle name. And her name is Jean Winifred Evans, who is about 10 to 11 years. Whoa, hey. Is that the one? She's like, hey, you lied. You already did this session. Well, someone's here. So again, Jean Winifred Evans. Oh, another one?
Martha.
I'll look up Martha in a second. So Jean had a sister who also was at the school, who also perished that day. Maureen Evans, 8 years old. Pulse.
Pulse.
Well, at the time you were living, you had a pulse, and then this tragedy struck. Let me look up Martha. No Martha, but
He shouts.
No Martha? Why not? Oh, Martha may be living? Oh. Go, like, okay, so Trevor Timmy Gray. Your mother's name is Martha Gray. And your dad is Frederick.
I worked here.
Okay, so there might be a teacher or a staff member that's also joining in. So Trevor Timmy Gray. He was only about 8 to 9 years old as well. And yeah, it just says son of Frederick and Martha Gray. So when it said pulse, maybe they were referring to Martha being a living relative. So, and it said he shouts just after that. See? So is this the one? Maybe? Trevor Timmy Gray? That said he shouts? You miss your mom? Are you maybe saying,
My legs.
I'm assuming that the black sludge swept you away from your legs. You fell. Buried. Wow. It's interesting how the spirits are like, hey, didn't we just do this? So at least they were mentioned. So again, I got REM pod activity earlier. It's still working. It's just they're not choosing to use the capsule in the back. So there's 2 teachers that are at least listed with the bio being a teacher that unfortunately lost their lives that day. So if you are one of these two that I have pulled up, hello. Because it said I worked here. Hope.
Hope.
Perhaps you're referring to that you're hoping to be found and saved. Well, here's, again, these are the two teachers that popped up when I said teacher. So they both passed away without saying their names. Excuse me. All right, I do have to do a bit of a big adjustment on my seating. My back was starting to get a little cockeyed. Sorry.
I feel free now.
Oh, wow. That is so good to hear. To those that are letting me know. If it's just one or several of you are there telling me that you feel free now. Especially if you were feeling stuck from all that black sludge. Whoa, hey. Nice. Hi. They figured it out. They figured it out. So again, you're free from that black sludge. Now that you're in heaven. I hope you passed away quickly, painlessly. And whoever was there, grandparents, your pets, somebody to again greet you. And I'm assuming that you were able to watch over your living family. Because you were taken way too soon. All because of a black, gooey sludge that took over the school and nearby homes. Is it by chance one of the teachers that came through and did that little beep on the REM pod? Yes. Oh, hi. Should I say your names? One beep for yes, two beeps for no. And if you don't say anything, I'm assuming that I'll just wait. Michael? Oh, oops. Well, I got Michael out.
It's so quiet here.
It is kind of quiet here. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Is that why you're using... Well, someone's using it. They're like, we can make it loud. Aw. Okay, and the other one was David. So again, Michael and David are the teachers that mention that they were teachers. That doesn't mean that's the only two teachers. It's just the only ones that had the word in the bio. So again, I don't know, because of this disaster, if everything fell silent, as all the unfortunate people were taken and swept away or buried with this black sludge. Do you remember it being very quiet when maybe your living soul was still hanging on? Or perhaps your soul came out of the body and that's all you heard? Silent?
This is incredible.
I don't know. It looks like possibly the teacher did interact with the REM pod, but it seems like a child was playing with it. Especially when you're like, hey, you said it was quiet here? Watch this. With the REM pod. Was it a child after it said it's so quiet here that interacted with that REM pod? Just having fun? That's okay. I mean, just like the cat ball. That's what they're for. To let me know you're here, to have fun, to confirm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. So I'm so sorry that you lost your life. Again, unaware of what was to come. Mm-hmm. All right. What else can I type in here? I typed in the word staff, nothing. Oh,
Smith.
hi. Is there a Smith? Let's find out. Annette Smith. Very young, 6 to 7 years old. Here's a little picture of her, by the way. Annette or Anita? Or Annette? So, anyways, little Smith, 6 to 7, passed away. I am so sorry. We're just a little baby girl. Well, not baby, little child. And her memorial. Oh,
How are you?
I'm doing good. Unless it's another spirit saying this to little Smith. So you can answer that too as well. But I'm doing okay. Still saddened by your tragedy that I again randomly discovered by just typing bizarre tragedy. And that was one of the top ones. Mm-hmm. So her memorial has a black marble with gold engraved letterings. So unlike the other ones that I saw that was more on the white memorial placard. So I don't know. The younger they are, the different they had. I don't know. So she's the daughter of David and Cynthia Smith. So God came one day to gather flowers, and on the way he gathered.
I screamed.
Aw. Aw. Is this Miss Smith? Little Smith? She screamed. I can picture, unfortunately, before they passed away, they may have screamed out of fear, being scared, especially of the unknown. What was
Witchcraft.
Well, I mean, technically, there could be witchcraft stuff that happened in the Wales, but not this story. Mm-mm. Although it is funny that I read 2 other options that was related to witches. Perhaps they saw that. Like, hey, we saw that there was 2 other choices. And I'm like, yeah, but this one had more of a story to it. Not dissing the witches, just I really wanted to focus on these ones. So, again, October 21st, 1966. A school just got swept through black sludge as it wiped it down, as well as some homes. And out of the 144, 116 were children. That's a lot. I don't know if this was something that occurred while you were in the classroom, learning, sitting in your chair or desk, listening to your teacher. Or maybe it was like a combination, because we do have, well, when I was at school, we did have different periods. Some were out on the yard with lunch, while the others were still teaching. So, it could have been recess, could have been lunch for some, but others were in the classroom. Who knows? 9?
9.
Let me find out what time this was. Oh, you kidding me? You just told me the time. 9:13 a.m. I literally was like, I have no clue. I didn't even do a whole lot of what's the word? Research on this. So I didn't know the time. I just assumed, it's a school, blah blah. Anyways, wow. So that's just like the first two classes of the day, maybe.
Private.
Private. It might have been a private school too. Hold on. So again, 9:13, and it's a 9. Wow. So again, coal waste tip, whatever that is, but basically it's like a black sludge that slid down the mountainside and engulfed the junior school and nearby homes. Wow. And it was probably relatively quickly. It's kind of like, unfortunately, like lava, but obviously not hot. Wow. Wow. Sorry, what'd you ask me? Private? Is it a private school? I don't know. No, it was a public state-run primary school, not a private one. Okay. Oh,
Granddad.
I don't know. Is someone's granddad that happened to be there when one of their grandkids passed away that day? Did you greet them? Did somebody's granddad help greet them when they unfortunately crossed over or passed away? Otherwise, did a granddad, like an elder person, passed? I don't know. I don't know. And then maybe it refers to private, like a military person. That was a private. That could be it too. Books? Well, yeah.
Books.
So again, school. So you obviously were surrounded by books. I don't see any veterans. And private didn't come up, so I don't know.
Cat.
Cat. Did you like cat books? Perhaps there's somebody that likes cat books. I do actually, you know what's funny? In that corner, I do have a few cat books. Are you by my corner reading my books? Looking at the titles? There's two. Homer, about a blind cat, and Dewey, that was a library cat. So if you're in that corner with all the stuffies in that chair, looking at my books. Otherwise, maybe Fifi's here saying hi to the unfortunate victims. So Catherine Elizabeth Evans, who was probably tied to, or not. I was thinking there's another Evans that I was just.
Marie.
Well, I was just going to say there's a Marjorie Christine Evans. So it says right here, Catherine Elizabeth Evans, who was only 2 to 3 years old, that passed away on that day. And it says the little girl, her mother, which was Marjorie Christine Evans, and her grandfather lost their lives when the coal tip avalanche destroyed their house on May Road. So is this the family of the Evans and your son, which again is another Evans that was at the school? Maybe. Otherwise, it's just coincidence. There could be a lot of Evans there. Like a common last name. But remember, I mentioned, yeah, shoot. Check it out. Here, I'm going to go show you these ones. Concerned? Aw.
Concerned.
Oh, Jean Winifred Evans is the other one. Okay. So we have Catherine Elizabeth Evans, Edwin Davies Evans, Gareth Victor Evans, Hybel Lloyd Evans, and there's that Jean, and then John Morgan Evans, which might be the grandfather. So is John Morgan Evans the grandfather? Then we have Marjorie Marine, again, the sister, and then Patricia. So again, Evans is unfortunately a very popular name for the last name. So maybe they're not tied to the, yeah, no, definitely not tied to that same family. Just coinciding that they have the same last name. Let me type in Mary and see if there is a Mary. Oh, you will?
I'll affect the lights.
You mean the cat ball, like you did before? Somebody set off the one in the far back and it's been a while. Are you going to do that again? That'd be cool if you did. Mary didn't pop up. All I have is Mary, Marjorie, Christine Evans, another Marjorie Ann Rees, I don't know, young one, Mary Phillips, Marilyn, so no Mary, but a Mary type name close to it. And just for the sake of things, because they already interacted with the cat ball in the back, I'm going to interact with this one right here and see if they can even get it to go. Maybe that's why they set off that one, because they're like, yeah, it's easier. So that's again me. Seeing if they want to interact with the one in the back again, or the one towards me, or the REM pod. Because it says, I'll affect the lights. So I wasn't sure if they meant making the lights flash on the cat balls or not. Okay.
I'll prove I'm here.
Well, I did feel, again, a cold draft on my arm when you said, I'll prove I'm here. I was expecting at least a cat ball to go off, but maybe that's what you meant? You wanted just to let me feel you? I felt you. Can't see you, though. So you're on my left side somewhere. I mean, there's been so many weird, bizarre incidents that occur that made people...
Choice.
Choice? That was your choice to make me feel you versus setting off the cat ball? That's okay. It is your choice. I don't know if it requires less energy to let me feel you versus interacting with the tools here. I was mentioning, with the bizarre tragedies that could have occurred during our history of the world. Again, this was one of them. We also have the tragic Pompeii one that I might eventually do in the future. Again, it's very similar, but not really. I mean, obviously, it's even more tragic. So again, those are my ideas. Just randomly choosing bizarre tragedies and see who comes through. So I already did the follow-up for CFAN Spirit Box session with the molasses flood that occurred in Boston, Massachusetts. 1 hour session there. Here we're in 30 minutes in this session, which I can do another 25 to 30 more minutes, if give or take, depending on how these spirits feel. And yeah. That's a good question. Even though this, again, occurred in Wales, would you like CFAN Spirit Box to reach out to you so you can also come through to him? He has other tools.
Taunt.
Taunt? Oh. Sorry. I was like kind of spooked by that. Taunt. Ah. Okay. So again, if you guys would like my pal, who does a very similar type thing, but with other tools, such as a spirit box, where you have voices coming through a box and you come through and say what you want to say, versus just an app where it just spews randomly a phrase, a word, or a name. He has similar tools as I do too. Cat balls, REM pod, a bell, EMF meter, and a ghost motion detector. I have mine, but I forgot to turn it on. It went off randomly as I was sitting in
Dress.
Dress. Well, I'm assuming maybe a school dress. Do you remember wearing a school dress at this school? Maybe that's what you wore that day? And again, if you want my pal, CFAN Spirit Box, aka Christopher, to see if you guys want to be able to come through to him, can you light up any of the capitals in the next 2 minutes? So right now it's 33 minutes in. So in the next 2 minutes, if a capital goes off, it's you guys saying, hey, that would be awesome. More communicating, more. I heard that sound, by the way, to the left area. More chance to communicate and tell your story. So I am going to say the prayer to any and all who need that prayer to be said. Please hear my thoughts as I say it to see if it gets received. To the 144 victims of this tragedy from October 21st, 1966 in Wales.
He shot me.
Oh. Sorry to hear that. I don't know if this is tied to this disaster, so yeah. All right, I just did a little quick silent prayer to those that needed it. I don't think this will occur in my 1966 year of the tragedy regarding someone getting shot. Nope. I even typed in just purely the word without the year, nothing.
I'm hiding here.
Okay. So unfortunately, the word shot did not come through. I'm sorry. If you were somebody that just randomly popped in, unaware that it was already doing a session tied to a different topic. Again, this is based on people that were at a school or at home in the Wales area, October 21st, 1966, when a black sludge swept down the mountainside and again engulfed those people. Well, it's been past 2 minutes, so I guess not. Guess you're off the hook, C-Fan. Guess you don't have to do it. Oh,
Mike.
I don't know if it's Mike or Michael. Michael, okay. We have 4 Michaels that had passed away that day. And again, remember this teacher, Michael Davies? I mentioned him earlier. Maybe that's still him coming through. We have Michael Collins, Michael Fitzpatrick, and Michael Jones. If any of those 4 Michaels are you, hello to you. Here's the list of those, and they were not kids. They're more adults with that name. But they all passed away that same day, so obviously it was during that tragedy. So hello to Mike. I'm going to type in.
We fought here.
So maybe you fought to try to survive. Maybe you were trying to fight through the sludge. So we have Michael Jones. He was actually 12 to 13 years old when he passed. And he is now resting with his parents, which is Idris and Gwyneth. Again, there's that. Oh, never mind. I'm obviously not very smart on numbers.
Safety.
Well, yeah. I'm wondering if this could have been totally prevented if they took safety measures where this unfortunate coal sludge came from. It could have been totally preventable. So we have Michael Fitzpatrick, who was 6 to 7 years old, and he's covered in angels, his headstone, or his memorial. Sorry, sometimes my page gets kind of... Okay, so Michael Collins was about 9 to 10 years old. Beloved son of Sheila and Gerald.
From the pit.
Well, the pit of black sludge, maybe? I don't know. Say again, Michael Collins. And last but not least, again, the 20 to 21-year-old teacher. It was a young teacher. He was one of the 28 adults that was killed in the disaster.
I need to make peace.
Okay. So here's that one. Very young teacher. So again, I did say the prayer, so hopefully it does get received at some point. So I'm just gonna, if I can, link the Aberfan Cemetery with that year 1966. The majority that are from that year are the ones that sadly passed away that day. So I might be able to link it like that. So you guys can, if you want to, click on the victims. Since obviously I don't think many of them will be able to come through.
Do you like Satan?
So things like that, I just, shrug it off like, not related, just a random spew. Although it is kind of interesting how it just says right there, from the pit, I need to make peace. Do you like Satan? Yeah, I'm just still gonna bypass all that. I know I don't like Satan. Nope. All right, I might have to slowly wrap things up here since it's getting a little, what's the word? Sidetracked, off course. So I don't know if the victims are not coming through anymore or they're trying to come through.
Victorian.
And again, I'm not sure if you're telling me you're from the Victorian era, which is not this time. I got a Victoria Mary, aka Vicky, who was 9 to 10 years old. And I did have earlier Mary. I didn't look up Mary as a middle name. So again, Victoria Marie Vicky, who was again 9 to
Deja vu.
9 to 10 years old. So here's again Victoria Marie Vicky Simmons. And her parent, which was her dad, had passed away and joined her. Thomas had joined her.
Innocent.
Innocent? Well, yeah, you guys were all innocent. Again, you're just at school, for the most of you, that were just trying to learn. Soak up knowledge that day. And it just started. It was 9:13 when this disaster struck. So you didn't really get to start the whole school day. And I don't know how your time, for us, it's like about 8 o'clock. So maybe the second period was just probably starting. So yeah, you're just innocent victims, as well as those that were just at home, starting their day as well. Hmm. All right, well, I do want to probably wrap it up. So maybe the last one or two more things that get spewed, and then I gotta sadly. Oh.
Alexander.
Is that the last name? I don't have an Alexander there. Sorry. Perhaps tied to an Alexander? Mm-mm. So, unfortunately, I don't see an Alexander. So, yeah. All right, last phrase word, and then I'm going to wrap it up and end it. I just thought it was interesting how there's like a name. Oh, no. Mm-mm.
Schließen. A good spirit.
That's good to hear. So, unfortunately, I didn't really hear per se you, but I definitely heard my house make a bunch of noises, but it's very windy outside, so I don't know. Maybe you just had that sense that the wind was going to pick up and you wanted to listen to it. I don't know. But I didn't hear you. Sorry. Again, you could have maybe made this one go clickety click like that, or like that. And then again, one last time. That's me. That was all me. Trying to set off that ball. Again, last chance to any of the victims from October 21st, 1966, from that black sludge that came down the mountain and swept through the school and the homes. You got your last chance here.
Person.
Especially if you're a person. I mean, that is true. I did say cat earlier, but it said book and then cat. So maybe there was a cat that may have passed away from all that too. Didn't think about that till now. All right, just in case they're, whatever the word is, shy. My fingers are kind of hurting, so I gotta wrap this up soon. So, with the victims, they're either going to show the memorial of their headstone or a picture of themselves. So stay tuned by looking at the description and seeing the link. It'll have 148 that are from that year.
Extinction.
I mean, it's kind of like getting wiped off the earth. I don't know. That's probably why I should just end it, because sometimes it does make sense. And I think they left. It's very quiet lately. Yeah, I think I'm going to just do that. Again, I will say the prayer once more to those victims. And yeah. All right. This is your Tatata, Lazaria, signing out. Peace, love, and eternity. Bye.